That's right, team, it's time for this week's edition of My Voice being applied directly to your earballs. This week's story contains all kinds of video game news and shenanigans delivered straight to your consciousness via a series of tubes. Oh, what a time to be alive! So plug your brain into this week's Thunder Cougar Falcon Bulletin. We'll do Planetside news first, because reasons. We played our Friday night ops on Hassan this week, starting a little bit before and playing through to the conclusion of a capture alert. Mighty ran a Bravo squad, with the Alpha squad ending up in Burnside's capable, casual, soft, smooth hands. We spent a fair chunk of our time rolling around on both fronts while dealing with the crash bug related to spawning into squad vehicles. Apparently, something to do with this bug is if you attempt to spawn into a squad-owned vehicle before your spawn timer has fully ticked down, you will crash to desktop. So keep that one in mind for future as you play. It may or may not affect you directly. Our Friday ops consisted of moving around both fronts to shore up our territory during the Hassan alert, with a odd period where the NC and TR spent a lot of time fighting each other rather than the Vanu, despite us having a larger population. This led to us collecting a territory advantage for a while until the main NC and TR fights concluded. That led to a strong pressure on both of our fronts. This led to us losing some territory, and we ended the alert in a draw between NC and VS because the TR were able to defend what would have been a tiebreaker territory. For our part in the alert, we spent a lot of time with both squads moving around pretty regularly to do defences and captures as needed, with a large push going down to the XTAB AMP station lane and then up to Woodman ASE labs from there. Following this, we moved down to the TR front to stir up a hornet's nest of TR at the Mulak tech plant, before moving back up to defend around the AMP station and biolabs of our territory. The major fight for the night took place at Noam Ravine Overpass, in which we staged an assault on the base and managed to hold out in the point room against a larger NC force. Following our capture, we were counter-pushed a few minutes too late from an NC force that proceeded to make a solid attempt at the capture. Unfortunately, they were ultimately repelled by the Vanu fabulousness with 30 seconds left on the clock thanks to a solid effort from all involved. Following this epic battle for the ages, we eventually moved over to try and help resecure Eastern Substation for our last move of the alert, in which we defended the base, and then stood back and watched as the NC and TR concluded a fight at what would have been the tiebreaker territory, but the TR defended it, thus leading to a draw in the alert and more time on Hassan. At the conclusion of our Friday ops, we invited RB Boy 23 to the outfit. If you catch them around over the course of the week, make sure to give them a warm welcome and say hi to the team. Moving to our Sunday ops, we signed on for the last hour of a capture alert on Esamir, followed by some more relaxed shenanigans on Hassan afterwards. We ran with an Alpha squad for Mighty, followed by a more casual squad in the Bravo team that just kind of kept up and did support over the evening. For the Esamir capture alert, we logged on to a strong VS lead, which we more or less sought to maintain by letting the TR and NC fight each other. This persisted long enough for the Vanu to take a chunk out of the centre of the map as well, with a strong capture of the tech plant being a high point for our alert, as well as assorted movements around to defend on the predominantly NC front. Following this, we spent some time rolling around on Hassan, mostly defending against a strong NC force that was dominating the centre of the map. Although we managed to push them out of the Hurricane AMP station in an almost clinical fashion, so top work to everyone for that one. After this, we signed out for the evening. In other Planetside news, sign-ups are now open for our Server Smash squad for the upcoming match against Miller. If you are mad keen on getting involved in the upcoming Server Smash, register your interest on our sign-up thread and we shall see where we go from there. Moving to other games for this week, Warframe has been a large contender for people's time with the new update and its new movement system, as well as the assorted changes that most of us have missed in our absence. There's a lot of new weapons to play with, new Warframes and new quests to do, and the new movement system is crazy amounts of fun compared to the old one. Rocket League continues to be a major attention grabber for the team, with the game continuing to collect people's attention over the course of the week, with lots of assorted, high-octane soccer-related shenanigans going on. This one has been around for a few weeks. In new release news, World of Warships has recently become available in some capacity, and is from the same developers as World of Tanks. A few of our team have been checking it out, and they are playing on the Asia Oceanic server. If you want to check that one out with some of our little sailors, it's best to get in touch with Numbers, Jenks, Rimo, Patchwork, or Steelgrin to find out just what all these warships are doing in the world. This concludes the bulletin for this week. If you run across any hilarious, scary, or generally emotional news over the next week, you can totally tell Mighty all about it. I'm here for you. Until next week, be excellent to each other.